Hi everybody, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. Today I'm really excited to talk to you guys about the 2025 Cobalt CS23. So this is a model that I really like this boat because, you know, Cobalts, I mean, they're premium, they're expensive, they're high end, but the CS boat is very, I guess, more manageable for a lot of people from a price perspective. It definitely comes in at a lower price point than the popular R series, but you still get all the Cobalt features, just a little bit in a little bit smaller of a package, a little bit smaller of a boat. This is a 23-foot boat, but very roomy on the inside, as we'll see here shortly. But it still has all the elements that you're used to from Cobalt, with all the great accents, the premium, you know, upholstery, the premium fit and finish, the premium fiberglass workmanship, you know, a nice stainless steel grab handle, awesome unique windshield, really cool looking windshield on this boat, you know, and really a nice, this boat's kind of great for you know, somebody who really wants that luxury feel. You know, maybe they're boating primarily on inland lakes, but maybe they occasionally want to go to Lake Erie, but they're not at Lake Erie all the time. You know, this is a good boat for that. You know, even though we're not a super high freeboard boat on this one, we do have a very deep V in the front with multiple strakes to kind of, you know, have that entry point. And this boat rides really well in that light chop compared to a lot of other boats out there in this size range. But you know, ultimately, it's just really getting into that Cobalt family, into that premium boat, but at a price point that's a little bit more reasonable, you know, compared to some other boats out there. So let's take a look at the CS23. So we're first going to take a look at the rear swim deck, which is kind of nice because it's kind of molded in. It's not like an extra platform that looks like it's added on after the fact. When they designed this boat, they kind of added this as, you know, part of the mold. And then this is the flip down swim board, which is known for all Cobalts. I can't flip it all the way down, but this gets the boat, or gets this little ladder slash step slash seat kind of down to water level. You know, so a nice big wide platform back here. Stainless steel grab handle. If you did want to sit at this level, you kind of have a little bit of a backrest, which is cool. A couple cup holders on the port side over there. And then of course the nice walk-through transom on the starboard side. So very versatile in how you can use this. Again, stainless steel, heavy duty hardware everywhere. And then we'll get inside, but this particular boat's powered by the Volvo Penta 280 horsepower V6. It's got a dual prop on it, so you know, so a lot of torque, a lot of thrust. A lot of boats in this realm is only going to have the alpha drive or like a single prop application. So this one's got a little bit more torque, a little bit extra power compared to a lot of other boats in this size range. So a couple cool, unique things again on the transom of this boat. They're really well thought out. So we've got, rather than having a cooler underneath one of the seats, we've got the cooler spot built in right here on the port side transom, so you can easily access it from either the swim platform or inside the boat. We also have this kind of cool flip back, lean back. You know, so if you did want to chill, kind of facing outward, if the kids are swimming or whatever, you can, you know, flip that up and face backwards. And then the other thing I kind of like too is we've got a kind of a cool locker in the back here, which, you know, if you're doing water sports or stuff like that, right now we've got the cover in the boat, but this is a pretty large storage compartment. You actually, in most cases, depending on the size of the ski, you might be able to slide a water ski in here, but you can certainly, you know, life jackets, wet jackets, that type of stuff you can throw into this compartment, not have to go inside the boat for that, which is kind of cool. Again, everything's heavy duty, double gas assist shocks on here. You know, it gives a little bit of pressure for me to push this down. So really nice layout here in the walkthrough. And then as we move inside the boat, we've got a full walkthrough here. We've got this removable cushion here that if you wanted to, you can either have it as a seat or have it as a step. You can see right there, again, a really heavy piece. This thing is heavy. It's not just a little cushion that's going to blow away in the wind. It ain't going anywhere. All right, so moved inside the cockpit. We'll slide this back. And again, this is a 23-foot boat, but you see how roomy we are. Super wide, all right, throughout here. We've got high-end premium upholstery wrapped around all the sides, all right. Same upholstery you're going to see on the higher-end Cobalts. You know, so no matter what angle you're sitting at, sideways, backwards, whatever, you're going to get a padded seat. All right, just a really large feeling of this cockpit. This feels like, honestly, I mean, there's 25-foot boats that I've been in that don't feel this big. Flip-flop seat on the port side. So if I wanted to, I can face sitting backwards. Again, versatile seating. You know, nice, good depth in here. You know, it's not, you know, I can have little kids in here and not feel like they're going to bounce outside the boat. So even though this boat, compared to some other Cobalts, is a little lower on the freeboard side, the depth on the interior is still very solid, very good. We open up, compartments here. Again, good storage. We've got our battery on-off switch down here. Nicely finished off compartments. Same thing over here, additional storage, another little trash can over here. Again, heavy duty stainless steel hardware. So overall, really, really roomy, spacious cockpit on the CS23. So I just want to point out the engine compartment here. Again, very, very good layout. I like how they laid this out from a standpoint of we still have maximized storage on both the port and starboard side, but you can see the access points where if the service technician needed to get in there, all the panels on the side remove, kind of come away. So if the service technician needs to get in there and work on the unit, they can pretty easily. But everything fits really, really efficiently in there. We've got the V6 powered 280 horsepower Volvo engine. And I also like how the fact that we've got a 2 battery setup, but both batteries are back here in the engine compartment, so we're not losing out on storage on the side or anything like that. It also balances the weight a little bit by having the batteries and the weight of the batteries in the middle of the boat, which is I think a really good feature. And like I say, your bilge area is really open, really clear, so you can easily see if anything's down in there. So again, really, really clean, nice layout, double gas assist shocks. Everything's really heavy duty, good fit and finish on the engine compartment. As we move up to the dash area, obviously really, really important. We've got a pretty traditional dash here, nothing too crazy going on. This is, there's no big digital screen. Everything's, there are digital gauges on here. You can see the double digital gauges, but really clean, really nice kind of traditional setup. We've got, horn, bilge pump, blower, lights off to the right-hand side. Nice armrest here for the throttle control, which is a really nice little built-in thing there. For the Volvo Penta control, we've got a wireless phone charger down here, phone holder as well, and then your lights, anchor lights, stuff like that are off to the left-hand side, as well as your stereo. So again, adjustable. I like the line of sight is really good, even if I'm going to be running bow up a little bit. I'm going to have a line of sight underneath this black bar, so I'll have a good line of sight. Kind of a slimmed down windshield, but I definitely am protected by the windshield, but the viewability of it's really, really nice. 12-person capacity on this boat, so a good level of capacity for a 23-footer. As we move over here, we've got our ski locker. Pretty good size. Obviously, it goes up further. You can kind of see, compared to some ski lockers, that's going to be slightly lower, all right? As far as, the depth of that ski locker is not as deep as some others that you see. And that's telling me that the floor in this boat is lowered down a little bit, which is why, even though we don't have a high freeboard on the side, we have a very deep interior of the boat, all right? But we still have plenty of storage to get multiple pairs of skis in there. We don't need that cavernous, 4-foot deep compartment for storage. They lower the floor a little bit on this boat. We're able to get enough flotation and everything like that to meet the standards of what's needed, but also increase the amount of space on the interior and the amount of depth on the interior. So that's kind of a unique feature that most boats do not have. As we move over to the port side console, nice clean console here, little glove box. Can sit facing forward right there. Again, stainless steel grab handle, cool little glove box, which is kind of cool. Awesome upholstered setup here. And then as we move up front, we do have a walk-through wind dam built in, so this can close off if you want to keep the wind away. And then a really, really roomy bow area. Again, we talk about certain boats, certain models. If we increase the cockpit size, usually what happens is the bow kind of suffers. But even, we see the depth up here. A lot of times on a boat like this, you're worried about, the shallow depth with little kids up here. But on this boat, you don't have to worry about that. So very, very deep sides. I'm 6'2". I'm sitting in here with fully stretched legs, so plenty of space for 2 adults to sit up here, or even 3 kids. I believe this one also includes the optional bow filler, and we also have speakers in the bow too, as well as the bow anchor locker. So, in a traditional pointy nose bow where, a lot of times you do lose space and you see all the wrapped upholstery, there's still a good amount of interior space in this boat, for 2 or 3 people up here, that can sit comfortably and that feel like they're not going to bounce out of the boat or anything like that. So, awesome boat, great. In the Cobalt, by no means is this an inexpensive boat. This is a premium boat. It is high end, but you don't lose anything in the Cobalt family or in the Cobalt features. It's not like this boat's stripped down or not built the same way or cheaper upholstery, stuff like that. You know, it's just really just kind of a model that fills in the line for them to be able to get people in the Cobalt family maybe a little bit sooner, rather than having to wait for your third boat or fourth boat or something like that. You know, there could be some first-time buyers buying this boat if they like luxury products, or a second-time buyer who wants to upgrade from a maybe more value-priced boat initially. You know, but this one kind of comes in at a really attractive price point, a lot of space, a lot of features for what you get for the money. I didn't even talk about it. This boat is also equipped with a custom wake tower. Folds down if necessary, bimini tops included there. You know, that's an optional feature on this boat. This particular one has it. We sell most of the Cobalt CS models with the tower. We do sell a few of them without. So there's an optional setup there, depending on what's important to you. Some people, they just like the tower for the look. They like the bimini top attached to the tower, that type of deal. So thanks for checking out the 2025 Cobalt CS23 with us at Buckeye Sports Center. For more information, to visit our website to view our inventory, buckeyesportscenter.com. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the water.